Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another great episode of Life of a Goddess. It's your favorite queen here. I'm so excited today. I have two amazing, beautiful women with me that are goddesses, longtime goddesses here at Athenas, and they're going to share their stories with you on why they love Athena so much and why you should come and join us, right, my friends? Um, I'm so excited. Besides that we have made it to episode 6. Yeah. Yes, we did. Okay. They haven't canceled me yet. Woo woo. Um, I'm just gonna be asking the normal questions. And I'm gonna introduce you right now to two amazing ladies. We have the beautiful Beth Crawford with us. She is a goddess who's been around as long as I have. And then we have the amazing Noelle Godfrey with us. These two are award winning goddesses and key winners, and they're on Pleasure Patrol. So I am so excited to have them here and sharing their stories with us, my friends. So, hi guys, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining me tonight.
Hey, thank you, Queen. We're
Having
really glad to be here. I'm
Yeah.
psyched.
You look amazing as always.
Thank you.
Isn't he fabulous? And look at the trophy. This trophy.
Oh, yeah, that little thing. So, I wanted to talk to you guys tonight, just have some real conversation about Athena's and what it's done for you. So, I'm going to start off with you, Noelle. I want you to share your little why story with us on why you joined Athena's and why you are still here after all these years, and share how many years you've been here, my friend.
Yeah, so I joined when I was 23. I just turned 29, so I'm coming up on my 6-year anniversary with Athena's. Yay!
Yay.
So my story, I guess, is how I started with Athena's. I went to my first party when I was 18, and I tell everyone that I felt like Princess Jasmine. I was like, a whole new world. Like, what is all
Right?
this stuff? Like, oh my God, like eye-opening, like just there's so many things out there that I had no idea about, and instantly fell in love with everything. And then about a year later was when I met my now team leader, Katie Mahoney, who I just instantly fell in love with. She's incredible. I wanted to be her. Like she was just so full of energy and like just shining. Like I wanted to be her. And so for years and years, I would go to a party with her every year. And she'd always be like, are you ready to join? Are you ready to join? And I would always like find a reason to be like, no, like, not yet. Like, I can't do that. And finally, 5 years later, after that, I just said, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do it. And ever since then, my life has drastically changed from when I first joined. I was in a really shitty, oh, no swearing, sorry.
Right.
I stopped myself.
We
I
being
was
real.
I was in a real relationship when I first joined. Just really toxic. He was terrible. And I'd never been on a
I
plane before.
forgot about him.
He was terrible. Um I was I had never been on a plane before, so like I was such a sheltered person, and I just really wasn't happy with my life when I first started. So Athena's became like my escape, my happy place. Like I just loved the person I was becoming, and that it gave me this like power to be like I deserve so much more than this relationship. And it wasn't until like my fellow goddesses and Adonai that have become such close friends were like, no, like you need to get out of this. Like he is not good for you. And that's I finally did, which is great because fast forward years later, I recently just got engaged to a
Oh,
wonderful.
congratulations.
Thank you.
And he's wonderful.
She's incredible. He's my biggest supporter. He's always helping me in any way he can. He tells everyone about my business, and yeah, he's just the love of my life. And then so but yeah, I've also finally got over that fear, and I went on a plane multiple times.
Ooh.
Katie Mahoney actually when was this, like 4 years ago, she was like, we need to get you on a plane. So let's make this happen. So I worked my business so I could afford those plane tickets. And we went on a little getaway to Florida.
And
And
love
then
it.
I went on the Athenas trip to Mexico after that.
Yes,
That
you did.
we had so much fun there, like wild fun.
There is nothing like an Athena's vacation.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Athenas are the best because you're just surrounded by your friends and like the people you love the most. Other than your family, Athena's is your other family. Like true.
Family.
Like if you hate your family, you're gonna love this family. Like
Come and join us. We have a
truly,
crazy family.
you know.
So, yes, what I love too is I also enjoy traveling with Athena's. It's so beautiful. The connections you make, the new friendships you make, everything is just so beautiful. And then when
Yeah.
you walk into an Athena's like meeting or like last night, speaking of Katie Mahoney, what an amazing demonstration. Like talking about bringing light and joy when we just need it. We all need it so much right now, you know?
Yep.
And it was amazing. So I love that. And I want to congratulate you. You won last night,
Yeah.
girl. Yes. Yes, you did. You were sitting in the Brett spot. No. Um and so when you joined Athena's, did you have any hesitations at first besides like I know it took you 5 years, but then when you signed on, were you like, oh, I'm gonna quit? Or did you ever have those ups and down moments where you thought you were gonna leave? Because I
Yeah.
know I've been there.
Yeah. I think that's definitely a part of the business is especially, living through a pandemic. Like we've all had to just completely change our business. Like we're constantly evolving and having to remake the wheel in a sense.
Yes.
Like we all have those months too where it's just like we're not getting any parties and we're not getting any sales and like it brings you
And
down, but you find something to look forward to, whether it's
absolutely.
messaging a few people or, oh yeah, wow, I'm gonna book a new bingo location. Like so many things that you can do to
Just
just
keep working it. Keep working it. That's my thing right there. Keep working it. So
yep.
with the audience who's watching, right? I'm so excited because I wanted them to hear that you will struggle. And the only way to do this business is to work through those struggles and keep going. And you ladies have done that,
Mhm.
and I've done that. And I think that success isn't just something that falls in your lap. You really just have to keep going and work at it until,
absolutely.
you hit that stride. So with that being said, Miss Beth, how you doing over there,
Hi,
girl?
beautiful. You look
So
fabulous.
Beth, how about you? You have a why story to share with our amazing audience?
Yeah, I do. And I think with why stories, they're forever evolving. You enter into this journey, this adventure, or whatever. And I think when we entered into it, at least for myself, my reason was very small. It was, hey, that sounds like a lot of fun. Hey, I could stand to make some more money, you know. And with me, it was, I think about like the other direct sales companies. I don't cook, so I couldn't do, one of those other ones. I don't wear makeup. I don't do jewelry. I don't sell bags, things like that. But I love sex. you know? So I was like,
Yes.
oh, that'd be so much fun. So my initial why was just to, have some fun and make some money, and it was super quick that I realized that, my story resonates so much with Noelle's story. I was in a horrible, toxic relationship. The man I was with, he did not love me. He did not cherish me. He did not value me. And yet I stayed with him. And a few months into doing Athena's and getting that recognition and hitting those milestones and those goals, the smaller ones. And my team leader is also Katie Mahoney.
Ooh,
um,
yes.
and I have to tell you that I went,
She's a
I met
She's
her
a
at a party.
superstar.
Right. Well, I met her at a party and, placed a small order, had, talked to her. And it was probably like 3 weeks later or so, I took my daughter to a doctor's appointment, and the what's the word I'm looking for? The tech at a doctor's appointment that, took her blood pressure and weighed her and measured
Oh,
her and
okay,
all,
yeah.
says to me, "Hi, do you remember me?" And I'm like, I'm not sure, and she's like, "I was the goddess at the party." And I'm like, "Oh," so I was kind of like, is this like meant to be? And she's like, "Let's get together and talk." And she came over and she sat down and she said, I must have asked her questions for an hour and she had all the right answers. And so I got a little off track there. So I was a few months in, and in this relationship and getting this recognition and feeling this confidence and learning about myself and learning about my own body and learning about, my own sexuality and learning like respect for myself. And I realized that was the example I needed to set for my daughter. I had to show her how to be a strong, independent woman. I had to show her that you did not need to rely on a man who treated you disrespectfully. So I told him, "Pack your stuff, get out of my house. Goodbye.
Yeah.
See you later." And over the years, it's definitely evolved because my daughter was really young when I joined Athenas. Gosh, she's 18 now, and I've been here 7.5 years. So she was like 9, 10 years old. And I treasure the open communication that her and I have together about, about her body, about her desires, about her sexuality. I treasure that in my life, it's become just a comfortable topic, and she can come to me and ask me about anything. So as far as how my why has evolved, it's evolved into teaching my daughter how to be a strong, secure, independent young woman. And it's
that
great.
you are doing.
She's 18 now. She turned 18. She came to
Exactly.
a bingo. She hasn't been to a party yet.
So, ladies, that's amazing that Athena's helped you guys realize your worth and getting out of those toxic relationships, because you deserve better, both of you, right, girl, Noelle?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's right.
And Athena's allows you to wake up and like I like to say, smell the Kool-Aid, you know? For real, it's the truth. I can't imagine. You guys have been there with me since like my
It's the
beginning,
beginning.
and you've seen it all. Like, you've seen it all. You've seen me
When
go
did,
through the
how long have
struggles.
you been
You've seen
here?
me 8 years.
8 years. So yeah, so we all kind of grew up together in this company.
And you've seen like transformations, and I've seen that with you, and I've seen that with Beth. I've seen you walk in shy, a whole different person, and now you're like, I can do this. You can get the
Yeah.
hell out. Yes, that's how you got to be, for real. You're
Mm.
strong business women. And if anything, people watching who think about maybe joining Athenas or something like that, who are in a struggling relationship, can see from others. And that's why I brought this show on, to, hear people's real life stories and the things that resonate and or scare people per se
Yeah.
from this business or joining a company or anything like that. You shared something that was very intimate. Like, it's not something that you share with everybody, and but you just did. So that is like
Yeah.
commendable to me, you know what I mean? And the
If my
fact that
story can motivate one person to, you know, to want better for themselves and to demand better for themselves and to rise to the challenge of being a better version of themselves, I will share it with anybody. I really will.
Amen.
Yep.
So are you both are team leaders, right? So you have your own teams?
I am not currently. Right now, I do not have anybody under me. COVID's been hard.
She has someone on top of her though. Oh. How about you,
I thought
Noelle?
we
Do
were
you have a
keeping this
team?
PG, Queen.
Hey, it wouldn't be Queen Bee without a little something.
Little bit of sass.
That at a dash of sass.
Noelle, you have a team, my friend?
So I do currently have one girl on my team. She's very new. She's only been I believe she joined in November. So she's still getting the flow and
Into the swing of things.
yeah. Yep. Oh, did I lose you?
Into the
Sorry.
swing of things.
Yeah.
And yeah, same here. I started building a team in 2022. I don't know if y'all noticed. I started building finally. I had a hard time with that. That was one of my biggest downfalls in this business. I've always had the personality. I've had that strength to keep going, through anything that Athenas has thrown at me or anybody has thrown at me. I've kind of walked right through it. And I want to share a little story with my viewers as well, as because they look up to me. They're like, oh my God, Queen Bee is so strong and all this, but we all have our moments. Like right now, I'm taking care of my mom, and I'm not always strong. Like Athena's helps me become stronger.
Mm-hmm.
You know what like, is that how you guys feel? Like
Yeah.
Athena's helped you become stronger.
Athena's is our superpower. Like truly, like
Yeah.
it builds you up. Like, and if working your business itself doesn't build you up, you have this community of people that are standing beside you to help you build yourself back up. No matter what.
Well, you say that about our superpower. We are a company ran by Wonder Woman herself. I mean,
She certainly
just
is.
saying.
But the support, like with
All right.
within
So,
the company is just amazing. Like I was doing a party last weekend, and somebody, one of the guests asked me about, a product that I wasn't, didn't have personal experience with, and it's so great to be able to say, I'm not sure, but I can find out. And this was at like 11:30 at night. I go on our Goddess Facebook page, who knows about this? And it's like ping, 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 ping. And I have this customer's answers at 11:30 on a Friday night.
I love that. Thank you for
Yes.
sharing that, because we are so there for each other, no matter what, no matter what time it is. You got a question, we will figure it out. We will find the answer. And that's where Athena's has come into my life. It was my answer.
I totally agree.
And it doesn't matter if it's business related or personal. You have people right there for you.
Absolutely. And you guys are part of my family. So I love that. I talk about my family very often on this show, because I hope that people who come into this company will get to know others and build a long lasting connection. Like I like to say, you don't have to be with Athena's to always be a goddess once you're a goddess.
Right.
Like our friendships are not going to change if suddenly something happens and one of us had to leave.
Oh, you're
We're
stuck
still
with
there
me.
for each other. We're still a team. We're still family forever. So, you stay here at Athena's, right? For that reason, your why story. What is one memory that you have made at Athena's? Just one that
just
is stuck in your heart and speaks to you.
That's hard.
I know. I know.
Oh, that's tough. Okay. Wow. All right. There's so many. That's hard. All right. We'll go with just one. So I had never, I live just a few minutes south of Boston, and I had never really traveled in my whole life. take the kids to Laconia, New Hampshire for the weekend kind of thing, go down to Cape Cod, you know. I've done plenty of those kinds of like trips, but I had never traveled. The first time I ever traveled was with Athenas, and we went on a cruise to Bermuda, but that's not the one I want to talk about. So the second time I ever traveled, this is my memories. So we went to Mexico just before COVID, right? If I'm thinking correctly, it was like just a couple months before COVID hit. And like I said, I live about 15 minutes south of Boston. So we were all flying out of Logan Airport. I told everybody that they could come spend the night at my house. We'd have a big slumber party. They could all leave their cars at my house for the whole time we were in Mexico. And I had a friend that drove an Uber, and her brother drove an Uber. So I had them come pick us up. So I had, gosh, I don't have a very big house. It must have been at least 15, 18 people that came from New Hampshire and Connecticut and Rhode Island and Maine, and just from like all over New England, and came and spent the night at my house. And so the night before we left to Mexico, we all together went up the street to a Mexican restaurant, and we just all had dinner together. And then we came back and we had a big slumber party here at my house. And then we got up at 6 o'clock in the morning and,
I
took
love
Ubers
that.
to the airport. And that trip was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. There were so many individual small moments on that trip that just like are so dear to my heart. Yeah. But yeah, I'd have to
I
say
was
that.
very fortunate to be able to travel with you, Beth, to Bermuda.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes, I
And
love
what a
Bermuda.
beautiful vacation. It was beautiful.
Oh,
It was
I had never done anything like that before. And to
me
see
neither.
like the color of the water
Water
was
when it
mind blowing.
connected, like
And I grew up on the ocean. I live on the ocean. I love the ocean. But the ocean, like that aqua blue color, and
the color you see on postcards that you don't believe is real.
yes. And the dolphins beside the ship. And my only regret about that trip is we didn't get to spend more time in Bermuda. What a beautiful island that
So
was.
Noelle, are you here, girl?
I'm sorry. My honey.
Hey. So Noelle, what's one of your favorite memories you've made here at Athena's?
Oh my gosh, there's so many. There really is. If I have to pick just one, I feel like people might be like, really, that's your favorite? But it meant so much when I earned my first key to the $10,000.
Yes, what a feeling.
I
Those
literally
are big moments.
I cried like hysterically. I was like, oh my God. Like I felt like I just won like the lottery. I'm like, oh my God. Like just knowing the potential that key for working my business, for really truly like giving it my all, that I earned that key that could potentially end up being $10,000 was like, oh my God, like that's crazy.
Right.
And knowing that
I feel that same way about every key we get now, still to this day.
Yeah.
Every key. Yep.
The keys feel great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any kind of recognition like that feels great. Just having like your name said and called out at a big meeting and stuff like that. And like, I remember like my steps to success, which is the first goals that we set, and here I was brand new and get, my name's called up to, because I got and I'd go up on the stage and I looked at Lori who had trained me and I'm like, Lori, I'm on the stage, Lori, I'm on the stage. I was like freaking out. It was so huge.
Well, I'll share a quick memory with
Yes,
you all.
please.
How about September meeting, my first meeting, I was called out by Jennifer Jolliker because I did her doctor's office party. And it was my first party I'd ever done. And she called me out and had me stand up in front of the whole stadium theater just to tell me how great of a job I did. And I'll
Love
never
that.
forget that because I stood up and said, crap, I've got it. Now they know who I am.
Mhm.
And that fear kicked in, but I, went through the fear, and that memory always stuck with me. It was the same exact time I had walked up to one of the top selling goddesses in the company and I said, I want to be just like you. And she said, no, you want to be just like you. And those memories like stick from the very
Yeah,
first, interaction, walking in the room with the love and the joy that everybody has. When somebody
they
wins,
definitely
we
do.
cheer each other on. We're not like, rah, and I love it. I love that. So that's a great memory for me. I'll never forget
Love
being
that.
called out by Jen just 3 months in.
Oh, love it.
That's awesome.
So let's follow up. And do you guys have anything else you'd like to share with our audience about Athena's and what it's, done for you? Anything
Oh,
else?
goodness. Just if anybody is, on the fence or thinking about it, or, just talk to somebody. You're going to find somebody within this company who you connect with, who you resonate with. There's so many people from all walks of life, old people. I think if I'm correct, I am the third oldest goddess in the company, and I believe Noelle is one of the youngest. so I mean, the ranges, there's people from everywhere, there's people from all walks of life. There's, you'll find somebody, you'll find your family. It's just do it, just give it a shot. It's so worth it, and you're not losing anything. What's
You're
it,
not.
30, 40
You're not
bucks,
losing
30, 40 bucks to
anything.
try.
And if anything, you walked away with something and you
Yep.
got your money's worth, and it's a risk-free trial. We're not going to hold you hostage or anything. So yeah, and as
And
far
then
as
there was
that,
a lot of
also, I like
people.
to also let people know that you don't have to just join. You can book a party and feel that love and feel that inspiration. And then you might say, wow, this is for me, or.
Yep.
So I believe booking a party with like Noelle or Beth or myself, you're gonna learn so much. And I love that as well. That Athena's gives you goddess demos, Adonis demos, so you can see how other people work and learn from them as well. Because everybody does this business differently. And I freaking love that.
And that's super important to know, that we're all willing to share our knowledge. You're never just kind of thrown to the wolves. If somebody, needs, like, one of our teammates, Heather, is doing her own bingo for the first time, and she messaged me. She's like, Beth, can you help me with a bingo graphic? I'm like, absolutely. We all have our strengths and our skills and our weaknesses. And I'm pretty good with making the graphics. So I whipped her one up, and she was just, we'll all help each other. We're all there for each other. The first party I did, I like didn't have very much stuff in my demo at that point in time. And I happened to message Lisa Burke, one of my team sisters, and she's like, oh, just take my demo. I'm like, what? She's like,
Yes.
yeah, just come get it. Just take it.
Yep.
People are
Love
willing to
that.
share. They're willing to help. They're always there for each other.
We want you to succeed as much as we succeed.
Nothing is cutthroat. We're not out there trying to steal each other's customers and knock each other down and I'm going to beat you. Everybody wants each other to succeed.
Yep.
No beating, okay? There's no beating
No
here, but we
beating.
are filled with love and equality, my friends. Love and equality. So Noelle, any last minute, final thoughts?
I just think, yeah, like Athena's, it can be your escape. Like it can be your happy place. Like Beth said, like everyone comes from different walks of life. Whether you're a parent, or you're, a working a million hours a week, or whatever the case may be, like someone like me and Beth, actually, we're both nannies. So like
I have a lot in
I
common.
love this. I
our
got
day
the nannies on. It's double nanny
We
duty
are.
tonight.
We are.
to
Super
day
nannies.
is chatting with children. So for me, it was having this as my adult time. Like
Oh, isn't
during
it?
the day, all I do is talk to children. So now I go and do parties. Like that's my adult
I get
time.
to be a grown up.
I
Literally,
love
it's
that. I
we
love
have
it. I have the super nannies on with us tonight. I love it. Love it. Love it.
to talk
So
about TikTok.
I want to thank you ladies for joining me and sharing your stories
You're
with
so
viewers,
welcome.
anybody who's
Such a
on the
pleasure.
fence or maybe have fears or anything like that. I want them to hear from real people and real stories. I did 100 episodes of The Quarantine Queen talking about products and recruiting and all of that. Where this, I wanted to make organic and real and
Mhm.
feel other people's stories. I want people to resonate and feel that. So
Yeah.
if you're watching out there, subscribe, share, and like, and hit the bell. Hit the bell. Yes. And share with your friends so you know you can make Queen Bee a superstar. Just saying. Not that she isn't already.
You
Just
already are, baby.
saying. And you guys are superstars too, super nannies. I love it. If I had children, I would hire both of you.
Oh
But all I got is a mother-in-law,
no.
and she needs a nurse. Just saying. No. Um,
I can
so
dress up.
thank you. I want to thank you guys for joining me. And with that, we are going to talk about Beauty with Bee.
All right.
Hi, guys. So tonight we are going to talk about Silky Sheets, one of my absolute favorite must-have products in my home, in my car, in my gym bag, or Jim's bag. Yeah, because I don't go to the gym. Um,
We need the
this product right here is absolutely amazing. It's going to help you when you're sweating or you're chafing and your thighs are rubbing together, causing a fire, about to start a fire. It's like campfire songs down by the hoo-ha, right? This is going to be your product. Spray this on your thighs. You're going to slip, you're going to slide, and you're not going to have to worry about rashing or chafing, right, my friends? So, with that being said, I want to hear from Noelle about this product. Girl, what do you
okay.
love about Silky Sheets?
I love Silky Sheets. Silky Sheets is one of my top selling products. I love to tell people that this is what I call my sexy time indicator spray. What that means is when I spray that on the bed, my honey knows it's time to get into bed.
Uh-huh. And there's
Yes.
no sleeping. No sleeping.
No, it's not for sleeping.
And that is because this product is filled with pheromones, my friend. So if you're watching, pheromones.
Yes. So it
Yeah.
just it puts you and them in the mood, but also as you said, like it's great to help with chafing, to help especially with like boots, like spraying this in my UGG boots in the winter is amazing. I got
Never
some
thought
stuff
of that.
feet, like we all do. But yeah, it's an amazing product, especially for summer coming. Like chub rub is real. As you said, when your thighs are madly in love and the sparks are flying. Yeah, it's a fire there. We need something to put it out. So Silky Sheets between the legs. You are good.
And what about that 30-second dry factor for that
Yeah.
spot on the bed? And it's not the Brett spot, my friend.
For that spot on the bed. Oh yeah. And that's why everyone's always like, wait, like I don't have to get a towel anymore. I have to get out of bed and get a towel or change the sheets. No, you spray that right on that spot and you are good.
Well,
Soaks it.
good. Just put your partner in it. Just saying. No. Hey, Beth, what do you think about Silky Sheets, my friend?
So you stole my favorite use for it. It is absolutely the best for absorbing the wet spot on the bed. And if your partner took care of you right, there should be a wet spot on the bed. A little bit of Silky Sheets on that wet spot. It may leave a little bit of a white powdery residue, but it's going to absorb that wet spot. I also love to spray it on my curtains after my housekeepers come, because my house is so clean and my bed's all clean and made and pretty. And I spray it on my curtains, and it just like has it's a sweet nectar scent. It's such an awesome scent. So one of my favorite things about Silky Sheets and a lot of our Athenas spa products is I like things that are have multiple uses. So like you said, for the chub rub, for the wet spot on the bed, for the curtains, use it like Febreze, for the it's time for sexy time, you know, everything. Katie has also told me that she sprays it on her Spanx before she puts them
yes,
on,
I do. Yes.
It slides them right up.
Yes.
So
and then I'm not stuck.
Yeah.
As a queen, you know, I have to wear Spanx, okay? And I also spray that into the bra because, you know, I wear false boobs.
Yeah.
Those get very sweaty against your chest. Spray this into the bra, under the boobs, onto the chest a little bit. Before you put the bra on, you are good to go.
Oh, there you go. So yeah, multiple uses.
And also another great use for this, you guys, is a dry shampoo. If you have oily hair, you can spray this into your hand and just kind of rub it through the hair, and it's going to absorb some of that moisture going down.
I forgot about that. I think I knew that and forgot about that. You're so good.
I'm a hairdresser, so it's a trick.
On my carpet too. When like before I vacuum, I spray it on the carpet, and then it's like sent to.
So your house smells like sexy time all day.
It's where every day up in here.
Every day.
All right, so this is the month that I can talk about this real quick. This is also great for my 420 friends. This is a great way to cover up that intoxicating odor of hey.
That odor.
Or you know, like your in-laws are coming, you know. It's a great way to
definitely helps mask the scent.
Any smell of sex and shame or 420.
Sex and shame.
So I love this product so freaking much that it's been around forever here at Athenas because we are celebrating our 24th anniversary this April, huh?
So exciting.
So exciting. So everybody make sure that you get your Silky Sheets. Summer's coming. Keep it dry, keep it fresh, and keep it ready for sexy time. With that being said, my link is below this video. Feel free to shop, check out joining if you're interested, take a look, you know, all you have to do is hit my link and guess what? You'll be right there. Check out join and read up on the 2 different plans and see what's best for you, you know, and if it's not what's best for you, at least you looked into it and gave yourself that opportunity. And that's why I'm here as your life of a Goddess, because I took the opportunity and I want to share that with others. So thank you so much, Beth Crawford. Hey.
You are very welcome, my queen. I love you so much.
Thank you so much, Noelle, for tuning in with me and taking time out of your nanny lives, you know, because once you get home from the kids, I'm sure you want to just be like, okay, breathe, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's exhausting.
Multiple
I'm
drinks.
all about the sexy time. Silky Sheets makes. I'm gonna go spray my room now. Hey. Well, thank you. Now, remember, I am here every Tuesday night with your Life of a Goddess. Stay tuned for next week. I have 2 amazing special guests. One of them was spoken about in today's episode, and that is Heather Souza, and Lauren Goyette will be joining me next week.
Oh,
so
people definitely
I'm so
want
excited to share these amazing stories, and I have some amazing guests lined up. So please subscribe, like, and share. Okay. I love you all. Have a blessed night. and I'll see you next week.
Good night.
Oh, hold on.